What time is it? It's Rivals time, y'all. What's good with y'all, man? How we doing today? What's good, too?
I gotta turn this goddamn hat, man. As a Lakers fan, it's STWF Rivals, man. Chili Will in the building, Took in the building. Sorry for the hiatus. First off, the last couple of weeks, life hit me like a mofo. But like we said, man, we're gonna try to give it to you anytime we can give it to you weekly, man. It's Rivals. Laker fans, Celtics fans, we're here, but in all, we love the game of basketball. We'll have some interesting topics tonight to wrap up our amazing night. Shout out to everybody that tuned into the Chop Up Show.
You heard?
Always some good funny, some real life situations. So shout out to everybody that tuned in. Make it a while, man. Tune in more for about 20, 30 minutes of some talk in regards to the association. I had to cover my hat, Will. Turn it because
I get it. I realize why now.
and we have to obviously start this off because there was a game Friday night. There was a rivalry game, Lakers Celtics, and the Lakers disappointed me before the ball even tipped off. Luka was an excuse giving birth to his second child, so he missed 2 straight games, including the one the night before. And then LeBron, who doesn't want to play in Boston no more for some reason, decided 20 minutes before the game that he wasn't going to play. So instead of that, we got Bronny on the court for a few minutes and a blowout. The Boston Celtics were able to handle numbers and defeat the Lakers in the first official rivalry game of the season. For my Lakers, man, it was kind of a hurdled week. Had some decent wins. Beat a Toronto team the night before the Celtics. Then we went to Philly on Sunday and beat them. We have an NBA Cup game coming up. I believe it's tomorrow night. I believe we play the Spurs in the first semifinal of the Western Conference NBA Cup. I think the winner of that will probably get OKC because whoever OKC plays, they're probably gonna beat. So in this case, Bron's back, trying to fill with the offense. Luka Doncic, to me, if I had to put it in an MVP vote right now, Luka Doncic would probably maybe Luka will be my MVP. He'll definitely top. You can pick Kane Cunningham over there. If you want to pick Shea Gilgeous Alexander, Joker, you can do that as well.
I got a dark horse.
Huh?
I got a dark horse for your MVP list.
Dark horse.
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, respectable.
Jaylen Brown is cooking right now. Celtics are still relevant when we absolutely should not. You could take the second best player off a lot of these players' teams, these superstar players, and they're not going to bounce back the way we have. We're playing well, man. We're playing well. But yeah, I agree. Well. I think it would be Luka right now. Y'all team's in a good position, and it's basically because of him.
So both teams right here. We can talk in the month of December. I know you had a little bit
in December, both of us.
Lakers, second place in the East. West at 17-6. And the Boston Celtics creep back up from, they were about 11th to start the month, maybe 10th. And now they are in third with a 15-9 record. They got wins in the last month over the Pistons, over the Knicks, over the Magic, over the Raptors, over the Sixers, over the Cavaliers. They throttled the Nets. So every team on this list, for the most part, was in front of them or in front of them now, they have beaten. So the Celtics are just showing to me that the discipline that been with this team for the last few years. Probably don't have the players of the caliber of a few years ago or even last year, but they have the grit still. Matt Sula doing an excellent job with the youngins. Jaylen Brown doing an excellent job. And I think him being able to finally sit still, though he's had a productive season overall, I feel like the others are filling in now. You're getting more.
Yeah, the ball. Our whole team playing well. Young Walsh turning out to be a player. He defends, he shoots. Yeah.
Guys, just not a guy that you see that they throw to you to go see the little kids no more. He's trying to become one of the stars on the team where he don't have to go see the kids no more. And that sounds kind of messed up, though. I'd rather
but that's like the goal. Because you stop going to neighborhoods once you get that big, and then you can only go to like events.
I seen Leon Poe out of it. I said, how much is Leon Poe still getting paid? Peep game, well, when I was in high school, I graduated high school in 2007. Leon Poe at that time was
came to my school. He came to the Woodrow Wilson.
He's still at everybody's school to this day. 20 years later, almost 20 years later, still the guy going around the schools and we representing the Boston Celtics. So.
Tony Petit, Rodney Rogers all came to the Wilson, and then I met and then Poe came, I think, to Brighton at one, but they all come. It's crazy.
Absolutely. So they picked your Celtics. Your Celtics are definitely rolling. Your next couple games are pretty interesting as well. You had the game on Sunday against the Raptors, won that easily, 121-113. On Thursday, you guys do go to Milwaukee. You do have a date with the Bucks. So that should be interesting. Then you got the Pistons on Monday, on the 15th. You got the Heat on December 19th, and then you got the Raptors on December 20th. So that's your schedule over the course of the next and the Pacers on the 22nd of December. So that's your next 5 games. A couple there's gonna be some days off in between in the NBA because of the NBA Cup and things like that. So you get a little mini break before you hit that Christmas salon, and then you hit the end of the year. So right now the Celtics are turning that wheel. Love it. The Lakers are trying to continue to press the wheel. I still think both teams, in my mind, still a lot of growing. And if they're growing now and this is what they're doing, I don't want to be a team in January, February, man, when you're chasing this team.
Right.
And then
sure.
whatever rumors you're hearing, Will, because I don't know what type of rumors you're hearing, but if there's any whisper or hearing of Jason Tatum really coming back with the Celtics playing like this, and you don't have to put the whole helm on Tatum, but it's good to see that Tatum could come back and it's team basketball-wise a good feel.
If I really don't want him to come back, y'all know that I've said this on the show multiple times. But if he does, I hope it's dead late and we're not like pressed for anything, like our seed is already solidified. Let him get some games in. And if he wants to play in the playoffs, I get it. But, man, it's a bad look. I don't want to rush him back. But if he's ready, whatever. But, yeah, man, I like what our team's doing. We have moved up to 3rd in the East at 15-9 right now. We're only behind the Knicks and the Pistons. The Knicks right now are up 93-78 in the 3rd over the Raptors in an NBA Cup game.
Yes, so the Eastern Conference NBA Cup going on tonight. Western Conference going on tomorrow night. The Knicks, I believe, are going to win this game. So they'll be representing the East in the NBA Cup. The Knicks' first plastic championship they're trying to get since like the 70s. But it doesn't count. We all know these championship games, cup games. We
care about these?
Don't put your name in the rafters. Don't do what the Lakers did. Please do not do what the Lakers did. Speaking of Lakers, we do have an NBA Cup semifinal game tomorrow. As I mentioned, we play the Spurs. That should be an interesting matchup. Then Thursday, we go to Utah to play the Jazz. Then we come back to LA, but we go to the other side of LA. We don't go to our own arena. We play our little brothers, the Clippers. Then we got the Suns the Tuesday before Christmas. And then we are participating in Christmas Day festivities in the NBA. And we'll play the Rockets in LA on Christmas. That should be a real interesting game. Rockets, one of the top teams in the conference. And we're going to look to show that we can at least compete with that long-sized, gritty team over there that's been doing some good things. So that's the Lakers' next 5 games over the course of the stretch. Lakers 5 games back at OKC right now for Western Conference supremacy positioning. And can't wait to see that game tomorrow night. Early news on that game. Victor Wembanyama may not play. I can see him not playing, and that's okay because at this time right now, where a lot of teams probably take this seriously, I don't think the Spurs should take this seriously, or the fact they should take serious that Wemby is hurt and you can't just have him playing in meaningless games like this. If you can relax him and rest him, then go ahead. And I'm not saying that because I want the Lakers to get an easy win. I would love them to play. I would love to see the competition, but we got to look long course here. So looking at the long haul, some guys just came off injury for the Spurs. You let them guys make back, and Wemby can chill for a little bit. So there's a little bit of news on Lakers, Celtics, NBA Cup. How long?
You know me.
How long do you think,
I don't like watching anybody.
Do you think before the NBA Cup is cut off? I mean, it doesn't really affect nobody because it's in the regular season, so it's not like they're taking any extra time for it. But in all you have basketball fan, so this is kind of a dumb question. Maybe are you? Does it make you say, "Oh snap, this is dope"? Of the NBA Cup being on, or just like
honestly, if I do think there's a few, I don't think all the players, but I think there's a few players that take it seriously, and if that makes anybody play, even if it's only a couple guys, if it makes a couple guys play a little harder during the regular season, this long regular season, I'm cool with it. Plus, the courts are dope. I love looking at the courts. But like, yeah, I don't really care about it. Like, it's not like it's not appointment television. Like, oh, there's an NBA Cup game. I got to go watch this for sure. Like, I'm still going to watch basketball regardless. So we don't need it, but we also, like you said, I don't think it's hurting anybody. So keep it.
Absolutely. We go from our teams to a couple little things. NBA, we'll go through a few things. Ride with us, rock with us, like, comment, share, subscribe. You're more than welcome to do that. We don't charge you for that. First string of news. Definitely not. The floors are hot. Recently, the Lakers had to redo their floor. The Lakers, because they said it was too like bright and shiny and some shit. It had like effects on the court, so they had to play that.
Oh yeah, I can see that
on their regular court.
I can see that happening.
That was wild. Speaking of wild, to my little brother, our little brothers in Clipperland. Chris Paul last week was effectively separated from the Clippers and sent home. As the team trying to move on from him, there were situations that were happening in the locker room between him, coaching staff, things like that. They informed him, as I said last week, that he will no longer be part of the team. It was during a road trip in which around 1, 2, 3 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, they just told him to go home. Lawrence Frank was the guy that came up to Chris Paul and told him that they're going to be parting ways with him. Chris has shown signs of emotion, sad emotion over the hints. He kind of maybe thought that this was going to be his last hurrah with one of the teams that he definitely bought out for, maybe a retirement type of situation, but it didn't end like that. And there's questions to this. Was there mega hate for Chris Paul in the organization? I think so. Just because of what the NBA is now, who the people are now, the stars. And Chris always feels like he's a star no matter where he is based on what he's done. So that can kind of mess you up. 2, the Clippers being the Clippers ain't want to listen to this guy who's a future Hall of Famer, maybe listen to a few things that may work. There was a couple of times where he was telling Kawhi in regards to not how to play defense, but kind of, how to like get through the switching and all that stuff. And the coaches were basically telling him to shut the hell up, basically. You know what I'm saying? There's stuff going through the airlines, Tyronn Lue and him going back and forth. I heard he might have been messing with Tyronn Lue's shorty or something like that. Like,
there's a real problem. I promise that's probably what it is. It's more about that. But at the end of the day, look, Chris Paul's one of those guys that's like, it's like Kobe. Remember how people did not like playing with Kobe, but they love winning, so they would play with him. But they didn't love playing with him because he's too demanding. He's too much. Chris Paul's doing all that, but he doesn't have 5 rings to show for it.
Exactly.
So when you're weighing on people like that, at least when Kobe's doing it to you and he got a couple rings already, you're like, all right, well, maybe he's going too hard. Maybe he's crazy. Maybe this is unnecessary. But he's here to win, and he has done it before, so it works. Chris Paul doing that late in his career, being a bully, like aggressively trying to tell teammates what to do, take over the locker room, take over the huddle, all that shit, it gets old fast if you're not a winning team. Like, even when he wasn't winning rings, because he doesn't have one, but he was with the Clippers and he was over coaching and doing all the same type of shit that he did right now with the Clippers and the Rockets he did it with. When he's doing it there, he's still playing at a level that you're like, we can win with this guy. Right. So we got to listen to him. But he's not that anymore. He can't take over games. He can't dominate a basketball game anymore. So now all he really, like, his best benefit is coaching up players, but he hasn't adjusted to being nicer about it or to being like more understanding or him being understanding and flexible with the system. He's just being same Chris Paul, who's aggressive and knows how to do things and wants to tell people how to do things. It's not going to work, bro. It's not going to work. Your team's losing. No one wants to hear that shit.
Absolutely.
From his perspective, I get it, though.
They sent him home.
I know. From his perspective, I get it, though, because he's like, yo, whatever we're doing already, isn't fucking working.
And that's the thing right there. And that's the thing why I call the Clippers dummies, because this guy telling you it's not working. You guys think it's working, but it hasn't worked in 7 years for you guys at all. So I would have listened a little bit, but I get what they're at. Like, Chris, you're like 23-year-old veteran. Shut up. Like you said, well, you ain't win nothing. You win us. We ain't win nothing. We're trying to win something together. But that's what happens when you're not really trying to listen to each other. And
not to mention,
signed him to a 1-year deal.
Yeah. And that was always going to be that way because he's a player coach now. And not to mention, last year that team overachieved with injuries. They still played pretty well, so they're not trying to hear Chris Paul running his mouth while they're losing. And if you're a coach, even if it's not working, even if the system and what you're running right now is not working, yes, you want a coach to adjust, right? But also, maybe it's just not working because not everybody is committed to the system. And maybe they're not all committed because this motherfucker won't shut up. He's dividing locker rooms. He's dividing. Like, yo, Chris, you got to stop. You got to let coach cook.
Ballmer became the coach. Ballmer became the GM. Everything was going to slightly change. I think everything's kind of the same still. They just had a few bright years, a new bright stadium. And the thing is, Chris got sent home, but Chris is still part of the roster to at least December 15th, which is coming up Monday. Then at that point, they can trade him and all that. I think that was the clause in the deal, I guess. Whatever they was, I guess that's something that I guess is a rule in the league in the NBA. I guess he can't be traded until the 15th. I guess you have to fully be on the roster a certain amount of time before you're traded. So I don't know what trade value a team's going to give the Clippers for Chris. I don't know if they just straight like flatline him, let him go to another team, which I think they will probably do because they're not going to find a trade suitor. And I wouldn't want to trade anything for Chris Paul. No disrespect at his age right now. Give it. I would love him on my team, but I'm not going to give up no assets for him. So that's that. Potential teams he can play for. I mean, some teams would love to take him. I mean, the Rockets could take him. There's contending teams that could take him. There's some teams that maybe he's gonna have to deal with and fit with, which he probably doesn't want to be there at the course of his career. But for Chris, man, hopefully you can bang your last season out to the respect that you deserve, and hopefully it will probably never end in the ring, but maybe it ends in the ring. Who knows? Maybe it was good luck leaving Clipperland. So we'll give you more news on Chris Paul as he gets traded, as he goes somewhere else. Even if he says, hey, I don't want to play no more and I retire. That's
come to the Celtics.
There we go. Celtics won't be a bad team. Celtics won't be a bad team.
We can use them as the guard. I mean, I kind of look. I'm with if build a package that ends up trading Pritchard. I love Pritchard, but build a package with him in it because a lot of teams want him, and then bring in Chris Paul as the backup. There you go. But so, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Next up, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's out possibly a month with a right calf strain that he suffered last Monday against the Pistons. People thought it was an Achilles tear for a little bit, which I'm happy it wasn't. It could end up that way, though, if they would have rushed him back. So I'm happy that he's taking this rest and relax time to kind of get his body together. But this has been something that's been rattling since the summertime. And now with Milwaukee shaky starting to pull performances in all these games so far for the most part, without him, turns now back to the conversation that was at helm. Do we start thinking about as a franchise if we want to get rid of Giannis? Do we want to trade Giannis? We see Giannis's frustration. We see the frustration between his camp and the Bucks. We see that every now and again Giannis gets something of what he wants, and it's nothing crazy because they're not going to give him that crazy stuff. But his brothers are on the team, so that's a little something they give you, but they're not going to give him the whole maul, I feel, anymore. So at some point, he's going to be traded. I honestly think you don't do nothing with him this season. You still let him marinate because I feel like teams are still going to want him. I don't think the trade value changes unless he really gets hurt for real. Then at that point, you're asked out and you got to wait for him to rehab. But at this point right now, you let him – and this is the thing about NBA players, I said. Giannis, it was all nice and sunny. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not mad if you leave. But you signed this deal looking to improve. You didn't improve. You got to at least play some of it. And I feel like you got to play this year out. Don't look for no trade right now. Wait until the summer when it gets nice and hot out. And you can get a dummy at the casino, Milwaukee. You can get a dummy at the casino before draft night, before the summer league start. Hey, you want to trade 3, 4, 5 first round draft picks for Giannis? You do that.
I like when you put a dummy at the casino. Yeah, that's a good point.
Dummy. So Bucks,
catch them while they desperate.
And even if you're bad, Milwaukee, just be bad. Just be bad. This year you to be bad, essentially. And you can have the excuse of we didn't have our star player. And then you may walk in the ball. You might walk into the draft bubble ball with a number 1 pick.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. But Giannis is a competitor. He's going to want to come back when he is ready. Hopefully. This is how he's been the last 8-9 years. So let's see if he comes in with that same mentality or he just comes in with the mentality like, yo, I can't wait for the season to be over. I'll have my little triple-double a game, but I'll be lazy as hell. You know what I'm saying? I'll make it difficult for the Bucks and all that. So it's going to be interesting to see what Giannis does. This is definitely one of the top picks.
So I understand telling him he should play out the contract. I feel you. Or at least play out the year. I get that. But like, I get that from a demand standpoint. He shouldn't like demand it before the end of this year. But I just think that they should probably try and do it anyway. But you're right. You're probably better off. Here's the thing though. If you try to catch somebody at dumb guy at a casino, you're probably going to end up sending him somewhere that like sucks. Now you don't really got to care about that if you're the Bucks, but you kind of want to care because if you're a small market, if people think that you guys run shitty business like that, they're not going to sign with your team. So you kind of gotta trade him somewhere that he kind of wants to go. Maybe not the best place he wants to go because it's not going to give you the best assets back. Because he wants to go somewhere he can win. Where do you think some of the places you like to see him go at, though? Not named Lakers or Celtics, because we both want them, obviously.
I don't know if they want to make up their team like that, but the main blink I keep getting is OKC. And the only reason why I say OKC is because this pick like if they win this year, say if they win this year, even if they don't win this year, regardless, I still feel like they're gonna have to improve. They can't win forever with that team. And I'm just speaking on just being an NBA fan forever. You could probably win 2 championships. We've seen the Bulls, Lakers, teams like that win 3. Yeah. But in this era with 7 different champions in 7 years, we hope you can win another one. It'll be fire if you win 2. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to revamp your team a little bit. I'm not saying you have all these picks to do it. So it depends on how much you value these players that you have now growing up. That's the team that I would love to see him on. If he wants to continue to win. Because that team, if it's the OKC, they're gonna want either J-Dub, which they're probably gonna say no to. They're probably gonna ask for J-Dub, and OKC gonna say no, and then they're gonna be like, okay, well then give us Chet. And I don't think they're gonna want to do that either. But it would be cool if you went. I'd be so upset. I'd be so mad if you went there. Yeah, I think so. I think the card would be J-Dub, honestly. I think it would be J-Dub if he continues to flourish, being the sidekick sort of, in a sense, to Shea. If he continues to ball out in that sidekick role, I could definitely see him being like the number 1 guy that people want. But we got to see that for sure. For him, me personally, right now, I don't have any other teams that's marinating in my mind. All the teams that got draft picks, I mean, he doesn't want to go. He definitely doesn't want to go to Utah. He want to go to Utah.
Oh, hell no. Utah got the most to give, but he don't want to go there.
Toronto's another team that can give and gab. I don't know if he wants to go to Toronto.
Because he's going to want. It's not a bad place. But Toronto, if you go to Toronto, he's going to want to try to win there, and he's going to want to try to win with Brandon Ingram and Barnes. So neither of them are coming back in that deal. Yeah. Which means, I don't know what else they have after that. What about the Knicks? He could potentially play next to Cat because Cat can shoot.
But who are you giving up? Anobi?
Oh, probably Anobi and probably fucking what's his name?
I feel like honestly, maybe it's me, but I just feel like him, Brunson, and Cat, that's 3 different speeds, and Giannis is the fastest. So
It
when
is,
I
but here's the
Giannis
thing.
the fastest,
But he gives them exactly what they need. First of all, that gives them great defense. Second of all, rebounding. Third, he can handle the rock so that Brunson doesn't always have to.
Yeah,
and
that's the thing that I can feel.
That's the thing that he helps. Because then Brunson could just sit there and catch and shoot. He's dangerous.
There ain't no 5'9". Ain't no 5'9". He's 5 something, right? He ain't winning no
They say he's 6'2". He's probably about 6 feet.
So I think Giannis can help with that. If you don't have to get rid of Cat, I think it works. But if you have to give up Cat, then
but if it's for Cat, If it's for Cat, it doesn't make any sense.
If you can give up those, I'm gonna call them scrubs right now. I'm sorry. If you don't want to give up the scrubs like Anunoby and fucking Michael B. Jackson, Bridges. Oh, Michael B. Jordan.
Michael.
You know what I'm saying? So then that would be interesting. But like I said, man, this year, 2026 coming up, man, I'm hearing this draft class is gonna be loaded, and then you got players in the association that may be traded, may get signed to free agent dough. And listen here, you gotta have Giannis. You have a bunch of dogs that's on the trade block or want to be traded, and it's gonna be an interesting It's gonna be an interesting 7 to 9 months in the NBA.
Yeah. When's the trade deadline again? Like February?
Trade deadline in February. Absolutely.
Yeah, so we got some fascinating possible trades in there. Another guy that I saw on trade rumors, but it's more like who could possibly be going, was your boy LeBron. But that seems like it's being talked about more as next in the summer.
Yeah, I just think it's gonna always be talked about from a standpoint because you know how it is with teams. One of the things we always say is you don't want to lose the guy for nothing. You don't want to lose the guy. Right. And people always say that, but we have gotten so much from LeBron, and lately we haven't gotten shit. So, and not disrespect to LeBron, he's doing great for what he's doing right now, and it's stepped back with the Lakers, and he's done a lot for not only our organization but for other organizations. But this is another thing. I would just let it go in the summer. Let the relationship end in the summer. If you want to go out there and chase it and go get something, I don't think right now. I don't want to mess up no chemistry. If the chemistry right now is okay with Braun there, I don't want to mess up any chemistry moving him. We don't need to move him right now.
They were playing pretty well without him.
Right. They're playing really well. So, but no, I think but the difference between him being injured and him completely not being there
might be a little different.
Unless you think Dalton Connect is gonna just average 30. Then
man, it's Luka and Reeves, baby.
Luka Reeves and LaVea. Listen here. So LeBron and trade talk. Trae Young, who's eyeing a December return. He's been in trade talks. John Morant in trade talks right now. He's been in trade talks, and there's a
Jonathan Kuminga.
Kuminga in trade talks. The Warriors looking like they're doing the same thing they was doing this summer. Now you got a little bit of cash. Now Steve Kerr's like, I can't act the same way again. This is crazy. You know,
crazy what they're doing, bro. I don't know what Kerr's problem is.
I apologize, Will.
Kerr, you fine, bro.
Kerr is a douchebag now. Because now you gave him, hold on. You said, hey, I'm going to play him more, and you're not playing him more. Pat Spencer is getting more minutes than Kuminga.
That's crazy. So I don't know what the beef is. I don't know if he doesn't fit the system. I don't know if he fucked his wife or something. I don't know what the problem is. But like these two are just not rocking together. And you got to move them at this point. You got to move them.
Listen here. If the Warriors got a package for the Bucks this year, maybe you take that package. I don't know.
Warriors for well, no. That's the rumor that it's always been. Like, but now they actually have a guy that they paid well enough that it can help with the contract. Because before you got this deal, you couldn't make a deal for Giannis with Kuminga because the contracts were nowhere near each other. But now they're closer. So you throw Kuminga, Pajemski, who thinks he's going to be a Warrior for life. Throw him in that deal and see what you got.
Yeah, but this is the thing. I wouldn't do it if I was the Bucks with the Warriors.
If you were who?
If I was the Bucks, I wouldn't do it with the Warriors. I wouldn't. And the players that they may have may be decent players, but the way we talk about the Warriors, I mean, they haven't been Warrior-ish in probably like a year and a half, 2 years. But if they get Giannis, that means that the win total goes up. That goes up. So if the Bucks is sitting here like, do we want to pick 20 every year from the Warriors for 3 years? Because that's what you're going to get.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. So usually what they do is they'll trade future stuff. They'll trade like 29 and 31 year 31 picks, because then it's like, then we'll suck again. You can have those.
So now, unless the Warriors are coming in there with 2037, 38, 39, 40, 41.
Exactly.
And the Bucks are fucking drunk that night. Hey, the Bucks might take it, but I don't think they taking a 31.
All I'm saying is this. In all the trades that they're going to get offered, most of those trades are going to be contracts that the contracts to match it. But the player, we don't even care how good they are. And then it's going to be about picks. That's what most trades are going to be. The Warriors are one of the few teams who can offer you picks and stuff like that, but they also have a player at his position in Kuminga who is decent enough to make it worth it. So I do think that they have something to offer, but you're right, because those picks are going to have to be 2029, 2031, 2033, because anything close, you expect this team to win with him and Curry. So like, you're right about that. But I do think having Kuminga and Moody and Pajemski, all them type of guys, that's something that
I think Draymond,
the Bucks might look at.
I think Draymond should be in that package too.
Bro, hey, you are preaching to the choir. You preaching to the choir. We've never agreed more. Every time I do this deal on the NBA trade machine, he's the first motherfucker I put in the deal. One, because the contract's high, and two, because he's a bum now. Get him out of here.
And real talk, I don't think Giannis is gonna want any type of that activity if he wants to go to Golden State. I just think even if Draymond stayed, at some point during that relationship, Draymond gonna do something, because he loves LeBron so much.
Yeah, and I dare Draymond to try to swing on that man. They ain't gonna go the same as it went with Blue. No, it won't.
Uppercut, make you take out.
That's one big African Greek man. He gonna beat your ass.
Yes, sir. So around this time, Christmas time, you're gonna hear about not only Christmas things, but you're gonna hear about trade rumors and teams that may just want to pack it up right now, and teams that are ascending right now, as we spoke to earlier with the Boston Celtics. So that in here, do the Celtics make this week's power rankings? We will look right now at this week's power rankings. I got him. Wow. Okay.
We're gonna do top 10, but I'm not gonna read all the things about them. I'm just gonna give you who they are. Yeah. At 10 this week, they haven't moved from last week. The Toronto Raptors, and they are losing a game right now. They're gonna lose this game. There's only 4 minutes left, and they're down by like 18. So that game's pretty much over. Number 9, they dropped 2 spots from last week. They are the San Antonio Spurs at 15-7. Toronto's 15-10, by the way. San Antonio 15-7. Look, they got some injuries. I fully expect this team to be a big player once playoffs time comes around. As long as they get healthy, they will be in the playoffs.
Victor has missed the last 10 games. They are 7-3 without him, though. Victor Wembanyama missed the last 10 games.
Wemby?
Yeah, he's missed the last 10 games.
That's crazy. I didn't know he missed that many. I thought he missed like 5 or 6. 10? And they still up here? Yeah. I told people that team's going to be really good.
That's why. Guess why, though?
Castle. Who? Castle?
Luke Connect.
Oh, yeah. Connect's been balling over there. I love it. I love that he's doing that, man. Shout out to bro.
My bad, guy.
That's one of those guys that like the Celtics didn't want to see leave, but he played so well that we couldn't pay him. So
I was Celtics. Paid him.
I know, right? But you couldn't. You just couldn't. You had too many other guys.
You can't believe it after 4 years, bro. You can't.
Honestly, they probably could have gave him 4 years, 40. You're right. Like they probably could have did that.
4 years, 40. But do you trust him for 4 years? I don't trust him for 4 years. I trust him for 2.
That's also. I trust them for 2 really good ones. You know. At 8, they're up 1 from last week. Last week they were 9. Minnesota Timberwolves at 15-8. Yeah.
Minnesota, that was bad loss. I mean, the Lakers experienced a lot bad loss too without Booker. But the other night against Phoenix, they just didn't look right. Phoenix just had that way.
Phoenix is just winning games without Booker. That's another guy who should be on the block. Trade Booker.
Phoenix is really, really in the last.
They're playing better than they should.
Playing big. Gillespie playing good ball. Like you said, no Booker. Their bigs are playing active. Mark Williams is playing real good. They're
not in the top 10, but they're number 11 at 13-10. By the way, yeah, they're balling. It's crazy. We thought they were going to be bums this year. We really did.
Listen, so far, man, they doing their thing. Young development, man. Young development. We thought they were not going to have that right in their pocket as of yet, but I mean, apparently they got a star. They got a star that got found under the hat in Gillespie, and he's balling.
Yeah, Gillespie's balling. Also, though, they got like some defensive players on that team.
They got defensive players.
Like they had that whole team of scorers, and they were like, it didn't work. All right, now we're going all defense and one scorer. I don't understand the plan, but it's working, so I'm not gonna argue with
I think their way of trying to rebuild early is just trying to get that to compete. And I say this all the time. Teams are looking to compete nowadays. So if you don't have a star and you can have like a defensive anchor to kind of keep games tough, and then you got a few guys that could score the basketball like this Phoenix Suns team does, they're playing good basketball that way. I mean, even when Booker did, they was playing the same style of basketball. Yeah. That's what I'm saying here. Like right now, you got Jalen Green who's fucking banged up. I'm trading him ASAP. I'm trying to see if somebody want him.
What can you get for that? Yeah, because that's a good piece. They like him though, which is crazy. They really like him. I don't understand why they feel that. I mean, look, every team needs a second scorer, but I don't think you need that to be your second scorer. But
yeah, you don't need that to be second scorer. And if Gillespie keeps balling, that's the guy that just took your spot, Jalen, and it's not your fault because you're hurt. It's not your fault.
We got Wally pipped. All right, number 7. Up 8 spots from last week, which that means they were 15 last week. At 15-9, my Boston Celtics have moved up to the 7th spot in the power rankings. So I'm obviously ecstatic about this. This is on the back of basically Jaylen Brown. I mentioned him as a dark horse for the MVP, and that's because I think for the last 6 games, he's averaged like 35, 7 and 7. Like the kid has just been absolutely crushing people, hitting big shots. He went toe-to-toe with Ant Edwards. Ant got the best of him that night because I think he had like 38 and got the win. But like just in general, I'm loving what the Celtics are doing, even though I did not even want them to try this year, which is, I'm a bad fan sometimes like that. But like, yeah, I didn't want them to try because I didn't think we had a chance without Tatum. I still don't think we have a chance at a title without Tatum. But if you can keep this team afloat and he does come back, I mean, I guess I could be talked into that. It is what it is.
I'm going to tell you one person that's coming back and one person that's not coming back. One person coming back, I think, is Jason Tatum. I think one person not coming back is because he signed a deal for the rest of the season to have his face on Amazon Prime. That's Tyrese Halliburton. He's not coming back at all this season. The Pacers are bad right now. Good. He's out. He's not coming back. Jason Tatum, if the Celtics continue to play like this, he's going to have to come back.
He also tore his later. He tore his in the very last game of the season possible. Game 7 of the finals is when he tore it. So it went later. Also, his game, the way he plays, he uses it more. Like he's about pushing off on that first step. And so, yeah, he's got to wait. He's not going to play at all this year, and he shouldn't. But, yeah. All right, number 6. They were number 6 last week. There's no moving. Huh? What'd you say?
How many players you going to take over Hallie when you come back?
Oh, I gotta see how he's looking. If he's looking the same, then not a lot of players because he's a really good player. Honestly, he's great.
That's about
it. Number 6. They were number 6 last week at 16-7. The New York Knicks, who are winning a game as I speak. Yeah. I mean, Knicks are doing Knicks things. Like I always say about teams like the Knicks, we don't really care about what they do in regular season. We're just reporting what they do in regular season because this team will be judged by how it plays in the playoffs. That's how it goes.
That's all. And last year they choked, and based on recent Knicks history, they always choke. So we're just expecting them to choke.
Yeah, Knicks do Knicks things. I I like it better when they don't choke, but Knicks are gonna Knicks. All right, number 5. We're in the top 5 now. Number 5 at 15-6. They haven't moved from last week, but they did move from earlier in the season. The Houston Rockets, number 5. Look, we love the Rockets. Just because they're so young, I know they added KD, but because they're so young, everything they do good, we're going to be like, this is amazing. Everything that doesn't go well, we're going to be like, well, it's early. This is a young team. And so they're playing with house money this year, honestly. They're overachieving, in my opinion, already. They're just going to keep doing their thing. Shout out to
offensive rebounding for them. Offensive rebounding is one thing I'm going to take away from this team this year. The way they go at the offensive boards, they're not winning the possession battle by as much as they did last season. Obviously, with their length and size, and
they have guys, they have athletes and length and size everywhere. I don't know why they're not rebounding.
A lot of turnovers, but that's expected from a team like this, and that's why we keep saying at some point they may need a point guard to kind of dumb shit down. You know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody on the bench to dumb shit down. But like I said, they're doing their thing. I lost to Dallas the other night. That's cool. They'll be back about it. They lost back into their first 2 back-to-backs of the season. Now playing just twice over the next 11 days. And they play Thursday night against the Clippers. So we'll see what
100%. All right, number 4. They're down 2 spots from last week. So last week they were number 2. At 17-6, your Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, man. It was just the game against the Celtics. I don't think they really counted us for. But we got clobbered by the Celtics for sure. But we had
you didn't like that win. That's obvious. I mean, obviously,
I didn't like it because of the way it happened. And then as soon as I seen that LeBron wasn't playing, I knew the Celtics were going to win, and I had to just deal with it. Figuring the Dallas Cowboys lost the day before, not even 24 hours before, so it was kind of a rough end of the week for myself. They only played just 2 games within the top 5 in the West. They beat San Antonio without James and Reeves. So once the Lakers start playing competitive teams, we'll see where they're at. But they got San Antonio, who's competitive tomorrow. Let's see if they have Wemby with them. If they win that game, they will play the winner of the OKC Phoenix matchup, which is also tomorrow. Phoenix, as we just mentioned, are hot right now, and OKC is the hottest in the league. So Western Conference NBA Cup, for what it's worth, what it's not worth, at least two games on the schedule that can be good ones, unless OKC makes it an early night.
I can dig it. At number 3, and they were at number 3 last week, the 19-5 Detroit Pistons, continuing to be.
Hey, my guy Mo in the building. Shout out to Hey, Brighton, man, where you been at, dog?
Yeah, we got bro. My dog Mo.
I wouldn't say you.
He said take the over.
I wouldn't say they're overachieving, but they're right. They right on course. And if the season ended today, they definitely is an overachievement because I did not expect this. But I'm happy for Kevin Durant. I'm happy for Ime. Reed Shepherd, dog. I like that guy. The guy plays with a grit. He's playing defensively. I got him on one of my fantasy teams, so he's definitely getting 1 to 3 steals a night. Hey, I'm a defensive guy. When I see that on the stat sheet, I rock with that. Hey, what's going on with you, Mo? We might need you on future shows.
Mo, I said they're overachieving because of just how young they are. Don't get me wrong. I know KD is there and him being there ups what they're supposed to be. But in general, having a guy come in and just fit in with everything they're doing and them being that young, I just feel like they're a good team, but I feel like they're already overachieving. That's great.
He's throwing picks out here. Oh, hold on. I'm listening to that. Tomorrow over.
He said Suns over Thunder. He said, I told dudes he would be good and he was better than Rob. Who?
Told homie, he was Rob Dillinger, I think. Rob Dillingham. Right?
Oh, Reed, talking about Reed. Yeah, Reed's a problem. Yeah, I like Reed. Reed's cooking, man.
And that's the best thing about them. They got the best plug-and-play player in the league.
He is plug-and-play, yeah.
And I said this at the beginning of the season.
Is KD the most plug-and-play player ever? Like, I feel like he could play in any era, in any system.
Because I think, honestly, I mean, he could play naturally every position if he wanted to. Just with the stats.
That's what I'm saying. Like he would be like a clunky one, but early in his career he could have played one. He could play some one. But yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, and yeah, all day.
He gives people the opportunity. Like he's the type of guy that will give you the ball and be like, "Yo, go to work, bro."
Yeah,
get you confidence. In order to make a team great, I need confidence in all the guys that have confidence. So I like what KD's doing so far this year. Give these other young guys the confidence, and then when you're needed, bro, which you're gonna be needed, bro. This is why they signed you. Last year they couldn't get over the hump because they had no veteran experience. You know what I'm saying, to get over the Warriors. They got you this year. You know what I'm saying, a couple other vets, and the young guys are getting better. This is gonna be a good team. This is gonna be an interesting, scary team when April, May hits around.
This right here, Mo said it's weird, but I say yes because his ability to play with and without the ball. I agree that, and he's actually become over his career not a great defender, but a decent defender, which means he's not a liability defensively. Yeah, he could play anywhere, man. I give him credit. He's been way more patient than usual. I think he realizes that the team he's playing with right now is as young and hungry as his young team on the Thunder with Russie and Harden and everybody. And he realizes the mistakes he made then. And I think he's being more patient with this team. I agree, Mo, for sure. Yeah, shout out to Dizzle. You should have never went to the Warriors, though, you bum. Fucking bum. Oh man, but shout out to my guy Mo, dog. I appreciate you coming
on the field, man. Hope all's well with you, dog. You know what I'm saying? I know you. I see you. Just been seeing you grind, man. Doing the right things, man. So you know, what we do out here. It's the bright way of life, man.
Yeah. Right, 100%, Mo. All this is facts. All right, we're back to the power rankings. We got 3 more. We already know who they're gonna be, but still, let's do it. Number 2. They're back. Man, they're fully back this year. I love what this team's doing at 17-6. They're up 3 spots from last week. It's the Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets are cooking, man. Joker is unguardable in every sense of the word. You cannot do it. Not only, I just love that his game. He always had passing in his game. He always had it. But, like, he decided to master just everything in the post. He's the best post player of this generation by far. Being able to shoot from where he shoots from. He pulled up from the logo with a regular form the other night, bro. His regular jump shot form, half court, just gunned it. It's a center.
Porter Jr. had to go for sure. And it's crazy because last week on I think it was on the Pauline Perspective show, I mentioned that Jamal Murray had to step up. And as soon as we got off the air that night,
he had like 30.
54.
Oh, it's 54? Yeah. I stopped watching when he had like 30-something. Yeah.
So crazy. I'm like, damn. I said, the way we watched the game, it's like we kind of make things connect. But here though with the Nuggets, that dude right there, man, you just gotta trust him. And you got some guys on him that can only be good, but just trust him and his process. Yeah. You're gonna be okay.
I like
letting Porter go spreads the ball a lot more.
Yeah, we talked about this. We talked about this on the first Rivals show. He said they had to let the ball hog go. Porter Jr. He said he's good, but what did I say when we first talked about it? I was like, "Yo, Michael Porter Jr. is actually better than the players they brought in to replace him, but he does not fit their scheme because the ball literally dies in his hands, and that system is everybody who's ever open. Joker's gonna find you, or Murray's gonna find you, but we're moving the rock." And when it gets to his hands, the ball just dies. He shoots, and I understand why he just fires everything up. Because it's literally the only thing he has to offer. Like, he's not a great defender. He's not a great rebounder. He's not a good passer. His handle's okay. He has to shoot. That's all he has to offer.
Of course he's balling with the Nets. Of course he's doing his thing with the Nets.
I don't know if Mo remembers, but back when Murray got drafted, I wanted Murray. I think we took, instead of Murray, we took Jalen. It's either Jalen or Smart. I think it was Smart, actually. I wanted Murray, though. I thought he could play point guard. I think we had Kemba at the time, and we didn't go get him. It was either we had Kemba or Kyrie. I can't remember exactly which one, but we weren't going to go get a point guard, but I thought he would have been perfect for the system. No, Kyrie left, and it was right before we got Kemba. I wanted us to draft him, and then we signed Kemba instead, I think. I didn't like it, though. I wanted Murray, man. Murray's my dog. Cam defends. Yeah, I love Cam. Cam defends, and he doesn't need the ball to score at all. He'll be open. He's the exact perfect player to put next to Joker. Him and Aaron Gordon are two of the best players you could ever put next to Joker. They need help getting their shots, and that's exactly what Joker can do.
So yeah, they're short. They winning streak began on the 11th. The only game they play this week is against the Kings. So, like I said, it's gonna be a short NBA week in some aspects with the NBA Cup. You'll get a day where you have a strand of games, but for the most part, man, this is a chill session. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody tuning in tonight, man.
Hell
Like we said,
and
man,
number one, we already know who it is. They've only lost one game. This is absurd. OKC Thunder, 23-1. They've been wire to wire so far. They've been in first place ever since they got in first place, which I think was right away. Yeah, they're gonna break the record, bro. And I'm glad they're gonna try for it, because it probably means they're not gonna win it all. Because it is tough to get that record and win it all. It's tough. They might be able to do it though.
Listed here, this team over the next 6 months, a lot of things they can do to kind of make the league go wow or make the league go wow. You either go with the same team you have this year, break NBA single season records, and win 2. If you can win 2 with this team, maybe you get an eye to thinking like this is a different way to kind of go about
Dynasty.
basketball.
We can start talking about Dynasty, yeah.
If you don't win this year, Giannis Antetokounmpo is gonna be chilling on Cancun.
Yeah.
With his glasses on.
Waiting for that phone call. Phone call.
Either way, the Thunder, you have a great 5 to 10 year window ahead of you, I feel. So
yeah, most of it, I haven't seen a team with that many guys with a high motor like that. Yeah, all of them are hungry. They all play like they're like,
you know, the last time I seen that, the last time I seen a team like that with that much motor, be real, I'm gonna be a homer right now. 2000 Lakers. 2000 Lakers. Even with the Isaiah Riders and the Glenn Rices, all those guys had motors to go play. So it equals. I haven't seen a team like this, like that, where any position everybody feels like they fit. Like they fit.
The last team I seen with this much youth and talent was the OKC Thunder. When it was fucking KD, Russie, and
Russ, Harden,
same team. Yo, Pressey's the greatest GM maybe ever, bro.
But you know, with that, the others just like seemed like they played amongst the team, but it was like, I mean, shout out to Nick Collison though. Shout out to the OG.
Shout out to Nick Collison. He was the last man left from the Supersonics.
Yo, that team right there, and they just keep getting good young guys. Jalen Williams just came back not too long ago. This team right here, bearing no setbacks, bearing no injuries, man. Yeah, this team's gonna be definitely a tough out. They're still
look at their bench. He said, look at their bench. Aaron Wiggins can go out and get 20 out of nowhere, and he doesn't even play high minutes. Yeah, it's crazy. Is Isaiah Joe still there?
Yeah, Isaiah Joe still there.
Yeah, see, they just got too many people who are like Cason Wallace can come off and give you 15. Like, they just got so many players, bro. Yo, Chet isn't even like necessarily featured. I rarely see them actually run plays for Chet. He just gets his buckets because you can't defend all of them. There's too many of them. There's too many.
Oh yeah,
Nikolai,
he hurt? Ain't he hurt?
Yeah, sober, yeah.
Sober's hurt, right?
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And then hold on,
and that's another one.
They might have 3 more picks for next year.
Dog, Pressey is the greatest. I don't know how people aren't offering him all the money in the world.
Watch. Milwaukee, you talk about those 2041, 2042 picks?
Yeah, let me find out. Pressey gonna turn around, trade all the assets to Milwaukee, and then go get that job. He's gonna trade all the picks to himself. He said, I'm trading these picks to future me.
Shit,
wait,
it's crazy.
Oh,
NBA,
shit.
Man. Every Tuesday. Shit. Every Tuesday, we gonna try to get this show banged out.
Yeah.
And we just hope for everybody to come in and vibe with us, man. We trying to do something not only for us, but anybody, man, from Texas to Louisiana to even our whole land, New England. You know, if you want to come through be a host on the show, chat with us. You know what I'm saying? Make it a live party.
Mo need to get on here. Mo is part of the rivalry. He a Laker.
Listen here. Mo, you're more than welcome anytime. We'll get in contact with you. We know you ain't a hard person to find.
I'm gonna have to get another Celtics guy if he come on. I ain't gonna be out here double team. Hell no. We ain't playing 2-on-1. I'm gonna have to get another Celtics guy.
I'm gonna be real with you. There's some guys that you know me, Will, and it's been for a little bit. I put in bet sheets by myself. I put bet by myself and all that. But when it comes to like actually talking to somebody in regards to like not even like picking a game, but just like the behind the scenes of a game.
Yeah.
Mo's a guy that
Mo's the guy.
Like if I had $100 right now, it's my last $100.
Yeah.
You would probably be one of the ones I have to go to if I need like generous, really good advice, like something I may listen to.
Advice on the game, yeah. Who we betting on tonight?
Oh yeah, no. Actually, bring Dunn. I want D White to come in here because
I get D White's too wild though.
We gotta crazy. I got a bone to pick with him that I will forever be mad at. And I don't know why I was so mad because Kobe's my guy. This guy had the disrespect and pit DeMar DeRozan over Kobe in one of these rankings lists one year. And I was
I want to be honest though. Yeah, he was trolling because that nigga loves Kobe. He loves Kobe.
Listen. That's my guy in all love. I would love anybody that this has a motive like us to come over here and chat, and we can chat all night and it's fire. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be fun. Yo, if we brought Mo and D White, that'd be funny as hell. We got to do that. We got to set that up.
We got to set it up, man. We got our own platform now. Let people realize we got this platform here, and whoever want to come on the platform, you know, as long as you don't disrespect it, you know what I'm saying?
Said it was when Kobe was old. It don't matter. He was never better.
No, he was old. He was entering like his second to third to last year. I was heated. Mo, you know nobody's saying this Kobe. I don't care if he was 90, sitting in a wheelchair. No way, no how.
Hey man, what do he do? 60 on the way out, 60 on 50 shots? I don't care.
I think it was
no one doing that.
I think it might have been like either his last year in Toronto, DeRozan's. Mm-hmm. I think it was his last year in Toronto or his first year in San Antonio.
San Antonio. He was cooking San Antonio too. I would have took tomorrow too. I'm sorry. No, we ain't hearing that.
Both y'all need to
come hearing that, Mo. Not only are we not hearing that, Mo, we're not hearing that from you. Cut it out.
Yeah, man. Chili Will.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the brand, man.
Shout out to everybody tuning in, man. Keep tuning in next Tuesday, same time.
He said he was
always got a fan for the days. This is actually the first show, honestly, where I think we had a fucking a palm print of what we was discussing. It wasn't freestyle.
Yeah. So we also had like more to talk about because the first two shows were like the first 2 weeks of the season. There was nothing to talk about.
Oh yeah, we got a whole bunch to talk about now, man. So bring it. And if there's anything,
I want to hear Mo.
Hey Mo, if there's anything you will want us to talk about on these future shows, let us know too, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that too. Hey, but STWF branded the people, man. That's how we got here. All of us were fans first, and then we became part of the show.
You know what I'm saying? Rock, hey, 02135 is what we do it for, man. Shout out to everybody again. Tune in tomorrow. Parlay Perspective, ran by the crew here, and then SEC Pub. And tune in the future for we got something in STWF Studios cooking up. Unk and Coach are really doing some things right now. We can have the era discussion.
I like that. That's a good one. That's one we need, like everybody, like a couple people on though, for sure. Him and D White. When we get both of them on, what we're gonna do is we'll have that show really set up.
Hey, I'm gonna say this right now before we leave off tonight. All sports, all day. Make it happen. Make it happen.
The reunion show.
We'll call Timmy too. And
get Timmy out here. Hey, by the way, if I don't bring D White, you know who I'm bringing for my Celtics teammate, right? You know who I'm bringing. Munger Games. I'm bringing Mike. If D White ain't available,
ref shirt too. Make sure you wear the ref shirt too.
Yeah. If D White ain't available, I'm bringing Mike, bro. He gonna tear this shit up. He a crazy Celtics fan.
Well, shit, man.
But yeah, man. Hey, yo, great show. We love doing this. We were supposed to be out by 11. I knew that wasn't gonna happen because we love doing this.
Never happens. It was on black time.
Yeah, always.
I still got half an hour to online shop though, so it still leaves me a bit. Mike every night mode. Mike every night mode.
Yeah, for our regular shows, Mike's here every night. He know what the deal is. He actually been on the show a few times. Not this one though. He hasn't been on Rivals yet, but he been on was he on the? He was on the Parlay Perspective because we brought him in for a basketball topic.
I think he might have been on.
Or was it Chopper?
Parlay. No, he might have been on the Parlay and Play Call Sheet. I don't think he's been on the Chopper yet.
Yeah, maybe not. You can't let him on the Chopper.
Don't be fired for him to get on, man. But yeah, like, share, subscribe on all social media platforms. If you sign up for Amazon Prime, you get to watch us for free on Twitch. All that stuff, STWFsports.com. I don't post nothing no more from all these other sites. Anything I see post sports wise is either from my homies or from STWF Sports. So
you
that's
heard?
the way I'm on in 2026. You heard? Khalid, baby.
This has been another installment of the Rivals podcast. Y'all have a wonderful night. We're gonna see you again before Christmas, but on the off chance that we don't have a Merry Christmas
next week.
I know that's the plan. But life be happening. Yeah, I mean, life be happening sometimes.
No. Life. Next week, if life happens, I'm slapping in the face.
Slapping the bitch out of life.
Don't tell them I said that. Shh. Y'all be easy.
Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Especially Mo, man. You held it down. You gave us more to talk about. We love that. That's the best part of our shows is chatting with the viewers. So shout out to y'all, man. And like, share, subscribe, like the man said. We'll holler at you next week. You heard?
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.